Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? Welcome back to the Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, a.k.a. Bay Old Wolf. Today is Friday, April 3rd, 2026. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Leave comments. Share the video. I'm not going to be here very long on this one. And there's another one being dropped today. But today I want to talk about the Gucci Mane, Roderick Davis of Atlanta, Georgia. He's in the algorithm of late because apparently he identified to law enforcement that he was robbed at gunpoint by one of his rappers from his label, I think it's 1017, something like that. I forget the name of Gucci's, the actual name of it. I do apologize. But you all know I don't really listen to that much of his money, that much of his music. But apparently he was robbed at gunpoint, jewelry, money, cash, and forced to sign a deal to let the rapper Pooh Shiesty out of his contract. Because Pooh Shiesty, who I don't listen to, like I said, I don't listen to a lot of these newer cats. I mean, not that Gucci Mane is new, but I just, the way he rapped, I just wasn't interested into it like that. But like I said, I know who he is, heard some of his songs, But Pooh Shiesty, I've never heard his voice, except for on that, what's that song? Boom, boom, boom. Hit him in his dreads, knock his dreads off. That guy, Spot Him, Got Him, on that song. But he apparently, brandished I want to say, it was either AK-47 or AR-15. It was a big gun he brandished back in, I believe they said it was January of this year, and put it to Gucci's head, made him sign the contract to let him out. Well, first of all, this is not new. If you ever seen the movie NWA Straight Outta Compton, Ice Cube went into the record building and acted an asshole with a baseball bat, knocking down, fixtures and glass and everything to get out of his contract. Cameron, from what I understand, Cameron did that. Sony Records took a, I don't know what he actually did, but he acted a fool with Sony Records, like he said it in the song. Ran through the Sony building, smacked grown folks around like they were only children. And so that's nothing new. But to putting a gun to the motherfucker's head like this, the damn, what movie is that? The Godfather? I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. Either his name will be on his contract or his brain will. You know what I'm saying? And then surveillance from the building. Surveillance from the building, confirmed that it happened and things like that. There's even stills of it. Looks like somebody's taking taking off a necklace off of Gucci in one of the stills I saw. But yeah, this was supposed to be Pooh Shiesty, his dad, and another dude who, big 30 or something like that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who that guy is either. But that's what's been reported, and it just goes to show, kind of like what I saw what Charleston White said about it. It just goes to show grown-ups ain't got time to play no more. Grown-ups roll with real security, use real police. They don't have time for this fake ass street shit about well, let the streets handle it, and not talking to police. Motherfucker, I got a business that's I got a business and jewelry, and other things that require insurance. That insurance payments require me to, file police reports, things like that. I'm not interested in using the streets to go get it back. Pay somebody and endanger people's lives. That's why I have insurance on it. That's the insurance I have, where nobody will be hurt, nothing like that. Charleston White, I saw him talking about it, like, yeah, come on, it basically said something like, come on over, Gucci Mane. Adults don't be on that goofy street shit. Then I seen other people like, what's his name? He trash. What's that comedian's name? Bubba Dub said something like, Gucci told everybody. What did he say? He basically said Gucci snitched. I forgot how he said it. It was kind of funny, but it was basically saying Gucci snitched. And it's like, how's Gucci the bad guy in this? He was robbed. I don't care what he raps about. The guy's almost 50. He ain't got time for all the bullshit no more. Only people who be on that bullshit at 50 years old be the mafiosos. Them Italian mobsters and shit. They be old up there still calling shots, doing shit like that. But, but usually with them, the reason they don't get involved with shit with the police is because, it's people within the circles, causing harm to them. From what I understand, one of the people who was robbed in Gucci's crew or associates was like a clear civilian. Like, was never talking about no street shit, was never on that, was never on records. He was like just a businessman, just a pure civilian. He's probably the one that called the police. Like I said, some people just ain't on that shit. Maybe Gucci had nothing to do with calling police. It'll all break down in trial. But yeah, one of them was like I want to say he looked white. I don't know. He might have just been light skinned, or he might have been Latino or something. But the person that was in Gucci's people entourage or whatever was supposedly, he's the one that. Well, put it like this, I saw some stuff look like on his wrist, like he got snatched up some shit from him. One of them got choked out. One of the people got choked out got choked out to the point where they passed out. Like that's all type of violent shit. Like, Pooh Shiesty, you just got out of jail a year ago. You just got out of the feds a year ago. What is you doing, young man? I saw something where Gucci says he was about to offer him a $20 million deal, a 20-year deal for $50 million, and that's out the window obviously now. So it's just like I just don't but I just don't get where Gucci's the bad guy. He's not allowed to grow up. He's not allowed to grow. So that's the thing. Hip hop, the people haven't grown with the music. And the music hasn't grown with the people. Hip-hop should be a little mature. These streets are always immature and rugged and raw. But Gucci's not in the streets. He's in the record label on business. This is real live business. You can't just be shaking people down and, that shit over. That's dead. It really is. Suge Knight did that. Well, allegedly, Suge Knight did that to Vanilla Ice behind one of the dudes that that he supposedly, Vanilla Ice supposedly owed money for Ice Ice Baby, and shook him down, got to allegedly hung him over the balcony and, made him, and that's basically was the seed money, or a part of it, that started Death Row Records, and then they had that hell of a run in the 90s. I don't know well, according to reports, I'm not sure what Pooh Shiesty allegedly was trying to do, if that's really him and his dad and a couple and some others that did this, but that shit's over with, guys. It's time for hip hop to get into some adult themes and things like that. That childish shit. We've lost another generation to goofy shit. Just totally irascible crime. Irrational crime. That era. There was a weed smoking era. There was the pill popping era. There was damn near gay, if not at least metrosexual, if not gay era. Now you got the irrational criminal era, which was right before the dope. Everybody selling dope era. That's what I'm saying. Like hip hop. I'm telling you, as much as I love it and consumed it, if I'm being honest and being an adult about it, it's not necessarily the best thing for all of Black America. It's not necessarily the best thing for certain portions, and just really, just on the whole, it just wasn't what we think it is. But I digress. Tell me what you think about is Gucci Mane allowed to get out? Is it blood in, blood out? Like you're not allowed to, once you start talking about street shit, you're not allowed to elevate yourself. Because Gucci said he's not cooperating. So like I said, I'm pretty sure it was probably that white guy. But should Gucci have told or whoever told should have been known, like, hey, don't let this out. This is bigger than anything else. Our record label and credibility is more important than anything. We can't let this out. Don't talk to law enforcement. Should that have been part of it? Should Pooh Shiesty just sat down for a little bit? He just got out of jail in like the last 18 months. What's son doing? The answer to these questions and more will be on the next episode of Soap. All right, but y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll holler at you soon. But until then, be well. Peace.